In our national lead this afternoon brought the first plea deal in major cases against the extremist groups that took part in the Capitol riot on January 6th. Prosecutors say that Graydon Young, who made a deal to plead guilty, was part of a military-style formation of Oath Keepers that cut through the crowd to move inside the Capitol. They also say Young was posting on Facebook about recruiting for the group, which brings us to our tech lead today. Emails obtained by CNN revealed that the Biden campaign thought Facebook did not do nearly enough as lies about election fraud spread across its platform. Our Donnie O'Sullivan now reports.
Thank you for the support.
Just weeks before the election, this video from then President Trump's son began circulating online.
The radical left are laying the groundwork to steal this election from my father. We need every able-bodied man, woman to join Army for Trump's election security operation.
The video's release on Facebook prompted a flurry of frantic emails between people working with the Biden campaign and Facebook. The fact that this video is still on your platform and is being used to recruit some sort of, and I quote, army for Trump's election security effort is astounding, a senior Biden campaign official wrote to Facebook. When a Facebook official responded saying it didn't violate their policies, so the video would not be removed from the platform, but it would be labeled, the same Biden official responded to Facebook. The Trump campaign has received the message that they may put videos on your platform saying that millions of fraudulent votes will be used to steal the election. And the solution to that is for able-bodied people to enlist in an army. Good gracious. I struggle to believe that is the precedent you are intending to set. The Democratic National Committee is worried misinformation is fueling new laws restricting voting rights and will be a major issue in next year's midterms.
The question for me is, what has Facebook done to address what happened? The incitement of violence, the spreading of misinformation now being used to justify anti-voter legislation. And I just simply don't think they've done enough, Tony.
You are not going to steal this election.
In the days after the election, the Stop the Steal movement began spreading on Facebook. A DNC official flagged to Facebook one group that was said to be suggesting political violence and included content from QAnon.
Trump is still your president!
Meanwhile, Trump supporters began taking to the streets, repeating some of those lies they had seen on social media.
The ballots that you said you saw are lying around the place or in trash cans or whatever. Where are you hearing that from?
I mean, the videos are going viral everywhere. I've seen them on TikTok. I've seen them on Facebook. I've seen them on Fox News. I've seen them on the local news around my area.
There's a ton of social media platforms.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about Facebook here?
Well, Facebook has the biggest reach and I think presents one of the biggest challenges. And this challenge isn't for the Democratic Party. This challenge is for American democracy.
Katie Paul tracks extremism online.
What Facebook should be doing right now is the exact same thing it should have been doing a year ago and 2 years before that, ensuring this content is not easily accessible on the platform.
Facebook did take down some of the posts and groups devoted to election lies and groups like QAnon that were flagged by the DNC and the Biden campaign. Facebook declined an on-camera interview for this story, but Facebook spokesperson Andy Stone told CNN, "We've done more than any other internet company to combat harmful content, including limiting content that sought to delegitimize the outcome of the election, both before and after January 6. But Democrats say Facebook is simply not doing enough.
We're not asking them to take down everything that we don't like. We're asking them to take down rhetoric that incites violence, that disenfranchises people from their constitutional right to vote, that spreads misinformation about democracy or about elected officials, or it makes it harder for us to compete on a fair playing field."
And Jake, Facebook officials, of course, are keen to point out that Facebook isn't the only problem here. There are other social media websites. There's a whole ecosystem of pro-Trump media that is pushing conspiracy theories. But as you heard there, Democrats are most concerned about Facebook because of the pivotal role it plays in political discourse in this country. One important thing to point out on that video from Trump Jr., where he was spewing these nonsense, these lies about the elections and millions of fake ballots and calling for an army for his dad. A few weeks after that video was posted, Facebook actually changed its policies and they put in stricter rules about talk of militarization when it came to polling locations. However, those policies did not apply retrospectively, meaning that that video of Trump Jr. is still up on Facebook today. Jake?